payment is due.
And streaking right, LaShawn McCoy inside the 20, inside the 10, stays in bounds, touchdown.
That's the first time I feel like someone has really just smacked us, and we didn't do nothing about it.
Barkley off play action, drops the throw, flips it left, tackle eligible. Deion Dawkins wide open into the end zone for a touchdown.
T-Bows is not the problem. I'm going to ride with T-Bows to the end.
Right back to throw is McCown. Under some pressure, just heaves it down the left sideline, underthrown and intercepted.
I don't worry about my job. I don't talk about my job. I just try to get to the next game.
The most lopsided and worst loss of the season for the Jets.
Will Todd Bowles make it through the end of the season after such a forgetful performance Sunday? That's the question everybody wants to know in New York. Hello and welcome to Geico SportsNite. I'm Chris Williamson. Sunday's game was supposed to be a cakewalk for Bowles and Gang Green, but it turned into a big mess. The offense found no rhythm all game, one TD, and surprisingly, Bowles' defense looked awful, made Matt Barkley look like the second coming of Jim Kelly. The Bills embarrassed them with 451 yards of total offense. Monday, Bowles spoke to Janae Coakley about everything going on.
All right, Coach, 24 hours after the loss, where's your mind at?
Pissed off and disappointed. Trying to find ways to get better, reevaluate us as coaches and reevaluate the players and move on, try to find a way to get a win.
What do you think happened?
It was a bad day to have a bad day. I can't say it was one thing and pinpoint it. Obviously, the coaching plays didn't go well. We didn't run plays well, and we didn't do anything well on either side of the football. And we had a bad day. There's nothing. We own it. We got to own up to it, and we got to live with it. And we can do two things. We can just stay down, or we can get back up and fight. And I'm pretty sure we'll get back up and fight.
Was that your message to your team today?
Yeah, that was the message, and they understand that, and we all know we didn't play well, and we didn't coach well, and we got to come back from that.
Are you concerned about your job?
No, I'm just worrying about trying to beat the Patriots.
What's your next step now? Where do you send this team now?
We study film. They go on break. We got a few guys banged up, quite a few guys, and they get healed up, and we come back Monday and clear mind, and we get ready to try to win one game at a time and win 6.
Does this bye week come at the right time for you guys?
It's been a long season already, but, you know, anytime you get a bye week when you're banged up, it's good to heal up some.
All right, thanks, Coach.
You got it.
Back to you.
Time now for football night in New York. With me is our SNY NFL insider, Ralph Vacchiano, and the Jets lead writer for The Athletic, Connor Hughes. Guys, let's get right into it. Todd Bowles is the head coach right now, but does he deserve to finish the season as the head coach?
Well, probably not. I mean, he's 13-30 since he started his career 3 years ago with a 10-5 record, and no coach usually survives something like that. He's going to stay for the rest of the season, though, because they really don't have a better option. And believe it or not, things could always get worse. And I think that's what the Jets are guarding against right now. If you make a coaching change and you go to someone who doesn't have head coaching experience, then I think there could be chaos. You're trying to grow a young quarterback in that situation. It's not a good thing. Not that the situation is good at the moment, but I think that's why they're not doing it. But deserve it? No. After the way they lost to the Buffalo Bills, it's hard to make an argument that he should have survived 24 hours after that game.
Yeah, Ralph, and I think that the comparison that a lot of people like to make, and I know that when you're building a team or talking about a team, you never want to compare things to the Cleveland Browns. But that's the situation that a lot of people point to, right? Because not too long ago, the Browns fired head coach Hugh Jackson. They got rid of offensive coordinator Todd Haley. And those two guys, when you compare those roles to the Jets in Todd Bowles and then Jeremy Bates, they want them out too. But the difference between the Browns and the Jets, and why the Browns situation was a little bit better to make a change of that magnitude, is because when the Browns got rid of Hugh Jackson, they were able to turn things over to defensive coordinator Greg Williams, who has head coaching experience. When they got rid of Todd Haley, they were able to hand the job over or I should say elevate the role a little bit of their quarterback's coach to allow Baker Mayfield to not take a step back. The Jets, as Ralph said, don't really have that luxury because there's no one on staff with head coaching experience except for receivers receivers coach, Carl Durrell, who was a college head coach, not an NFL head coach. And Jeremy Bates is not only their offensive coordinator, but their quarterbacks coach as well. So while, yes, Todd Bowles deserves to be let go, he does not deserve to keep his job. The Jets are kind of stuck with him because they can't do anything at this particular moment.
Keep in mind also the Browns had chaos on their team.
Yes, correct.
They had a head coach and offensive coordinator bickering. The Giants last year, when they made an in-season change, had a lot of controversy over the way Ben McAdoo was handling Eli Manning. One thing the Jets have going for them is they don't have a lot of dysfunction at the moment, just bad football.
So there's a lot of blame to go around, with this Jets team. Mike Maccagnan's been the GM since 2015, only one winning season under him. How much blame does he get for this season right now?
Well, he's the one who gave Todd Bowles the players. And if you're going to fairly evaluate Todd Bowles, you have to admit that he has not been given a stacked deck of a roster. He's been given a rookie quarterback, no offensive weapons, a bad offensive line. The defense has been pretty good for the most part until Sunday afternoon, but he had no chance offensively to get things going. And Mike Maccagnan is the one that put that together. That being said, Mike Maccagnan, while he can get some blame, is not going to be a scapegoat or a fall guy because he has sold ownership and he's sold everyone on a long-term plan. And that includes next offseason when they have a lot of cap room. The idea for him was always to build a competitor by 2019. So he has a little leeway, I guess, with the Jets at the moment that Todd Bowles doesn't have.
Yeah, and I think it was Bill Parcells who made the analogy about the groceries and shopping for him and you can't cook a meal without the food, all that kind of stuff. So I think that look, Mike Maccagnan deserves his chunk of the blame because when you look at the roster that the Jets have, and when you look at not so much the team that maybe they have right now, but the team that they should potentially have, considering the draft picks that have not worked out. When you talk about second-round picks in Devin Smith and Christian Hackenberg, you talk about a 6th overall pick in Leonard Williams, who kind of looks at this point like a pretty average player. I mean, you're
not impressed with him.
Exactly. Yeah. No, not at all. And when you look at what Maccagnan has given Todd Bowles in the draft, in free agency, all these things, there are some decent pieces, Jamal Adams, Marcus May, a couple, maybe Jordan Jenkins, but largely he has not done a good job both in evaluating talent and adding talent. And for that reason, I know he's got some leeway because he found the franchise quarterback, but he definitely is not blameless in this thing.
All right, thank you very much, Connor and Ralph, for your very valuable insight. Thanks, guys. Up next, the MLB gave out the AL Rookie of the Year Monday night. Could the Bomber sensation Miguel Andujar pull it out over the Angels' Shohei Ohtani? Find out when we return. Plus, Dallas Keuchel says that he likes pitching in Yankee Stadium. So does this mean the Yankees should go after the lefty this offseason? Some baseball talk right here when Sports Night returns.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
This is actually under your budget.
That's great. Yeah, and when you move in, Geico could help you save on renter's insurance.
Yep, Geico helped me with renter's insurance too.
The walls seem a bit thin.
They are, and Craig practices the accordion every night.
Says the guy who sings karaoke by himself.
I'm a very shy singer.
You're tone deaf.
Yeah, shall we move on to the next one?
It's a great building. You'll love it here.
We have mixers every Thursday.
Geico. It's easy to switch and save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Whatever your big job is, come into the Ram Black Friday sales event and get a great deal on the truck with the best resale value in the industry. And find out for yourself why more people are switching to Ram trucks than ever before. Because of all the things you've built this year, some are sweeter than others. Great deals going on all month at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Or well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on select 2019 Ram 1500 Classic models for $189 a month.
There's a place where the air is sweet, skies are blue like you never seen.
Our mission is to make offshore wind one of the principal new sources of energy. Not every bank is willing to get involved in a first-of-its-kind project. Cities saw the promise of clean energy. We're polluting the air less. Businesses and homes can rely on a steady source of power. This will be the first of many offshore wind farms in the U.S.
Yeah, it's the bright light that keeps me going.
The old saying, good things come to those who wait, is just that, old. Those good things, you have to get out there and chase them. We see it in the millions of people we fly around the world, all of them, living proof. Good things come to those who go.
Sports Night, the only place where all New York sports live, every night starting at 11 on SNY.
So here's how the AL Rookie of the Year broke down. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels beat out the Yanks infielders Miguel Andujar and Gleyber Torres. Ohtani, the first two-way player in the majors since Babe Ruth. He batted .285 on the year and had 10 pitching starts. Andujar batted .297 with 92 ribbies and franchise record 47 doubles, while Torres belted out 24 home runs and 77 ribbies. Now, speaking of the Yanks, Astros free agent pitcher Dallas Keuchel recently gave an interview about his interest in the Yankees. He says he would have no issue shaving his beard for the right opportunity, saying specifically the lure of the city would be really cool. As expected, he declined the qualifying offer from the Astros Monday. It's double take time with Sal Licata and Mark Malusis talking some baseball, fellas. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels gets AL Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's kind of overrated, right? Like a two-way player. Do you think Miguel got robbed?
Yeah, I do think Miguel Andujar got jobbed here in this case. Moose, I don't care how many positions Shohei Ohtani plays. I don't care how rare it is. He didn't deserve the Rookie of the Year award. Miguel Andujar was the best rookie, period, end of story. So I know we don't want to make a big deal about these silly awards. It's ridiculous every year. Somehow they get it wrong. The voters got it wrong. Andujar, to me, deserved the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of split on it. I mean, I'm not denying that Andujar obviously deserved a lot of rub from it. But I also look at what Shohei Ohtani was able to do, right? Step in, and I understand, dealing with now the Tommy John surgery and the after effect and wasn't able to go out there and give you 25-plus starts. However, Ohtani was a wonder coming in, right? And he lived up, for the most part, to the billing. Offensively, he did. And when he was on the mound, he was absolutely lights out, and he was magical. Now, when you look at a guy that captured the imagination of the baseball fan throughout the course of the year, you're going to say it's Shohei Ohtani, or you're going to say it's Andujar. Now, listen, Andujar, you look at the stats, the 47 doubles, you look at the power, defensively a little bit of a sieve at third base. We've discussed that throughout the course of the regular season. It's hard for me to say he got robbed because you look at Gleyber Torres, what he was able to do at second base, and Shohei Ohtani was deserved of the burn that he got for Rookie of the Year.
But he didn't even play a full season.
I understand that.
And he's, look, you're right, he's more popular, more electric. At his peak, maybe he was better, but Andujar was the better player. From start to finish, he was the more impactful player. So again, it's an award.
But you want to draw Andujar defensively wasn't. Offensively he was. Now, if you're going to draw a comparison, you're going to look at Shohei Ohtani, where he was as an offensive player. And I agree with you, Andujar was better offensively, but then you throw in what Shohei Ohtani was as a pitcher, and I think it also brings him probably to an even level. Listen, if Andujar got the award, I would not have made any bones about it either. I think either one of them could have won it.
Definitely. They were both deserving. And now, speaking of the Yankees, Dallas Keuchel, should the Yankees pursue him as a free agent?
I'd rather have Dallas Keuchel than I would Patrick Corbin. Now, look, Keuchel's not the same pitcher he was, say, in 2015. He's going to cost you more money. I guess you could worry about the injury, but I think he's a better pitcher, has a higher upside, proven in the postseason. I'd rather go with Keuchel more so than I would Patrick Corbin. So, yeah, if you're going based on that now, again, who knows what kind of contract he's going to get in comparison with Corbin, but I do think Dallas Keuchel, for me, fits more what I'm looking for than Patrick Corbin.
Listen, I don't love either one of them, but I don't want Keuchel. I mean, honestly, don't you think his best days are a couple couple years ago? Does Dallas Keuchel, is he the same guy that stepped into Yankee Stadium and shut them down in the wild card game? He's not that same guy, Sal. We watched him throughout.
And he was a legit ace then.
No, he was a legit ace, and he's going to cost you more money based on his resume and what he's done over the course of his career. And anybody's going to want to get a New York team involved. So Dallas Keuchel saying, I'm willing to shave the beard to come to the Yankees. I mean, of course. I mean, he's looking to get paid. With that being said, am I going to overpay for a guy whose best days were behind him or pay for a guy whose best days are in front of him? I'm not telling you I love Corbin either. I don't know if I'm willing to overpay for Dallas Keuchel.
Agreed. So if money was equal in this spot, which one would you take?
I'd rather have Corbin.
Interesting. I would go Keuchel because of his experience. I agree with you. I think his best days are behind him. I still think, though, the potential in the postseason to be what he once was. You know, two-time All-Star the last
Corbin's
few seasons.
Unproven, right?
Yeah,
I get it.
right.
Maybe he just needs to play in New York, you know, that big city feel.
Maybe. We'll see if either one of them can handle that.
All right. Thank you very much, Mark and Sal. Still much more on the show as Jacob deGrom awaits the Cy Young results. What will the future hold for him and a long-term deal with the Mets? And could the Rangers grab their second straight win against the Vancouver Canucks? That answer and more coming when we return on Geico Sports Night.
At Toyota, November is Go-Vember. You've got places to be and people to see. Everyone's raving about our amazing savings. We've got super big deals on super sweet wheels. Go play. Go work. Go wild. Get to Toyota's Go-Vember sales event before these deals are gone. Get $750 customer cash on a 2018 Toyota Tacoma or get $750 customer cash on a 2018 4Runner. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Update your floors with Empire Today's $50 room sale. Buy one room, get floors for all other rooms for just $50 each. So when you buy one room, it's only $50 for laminate in the kitchen, $50 for carpet in the bedroom, and $50 for hardwood in the office. Buy one room and it's $50 for floors in each additional room.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Get installation by Thanksgiving, guaranteed or it's free.
Weather can change just like that. That's why the all-new Nissan Altima has all-wheel drive available for the first time ever. It's tech you can't get in a Accord or Camry and can respond instantly to changing conditions by sending power to each wheel to help you stay in control. The all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
Get a low $225 per month lease on the 2019 Altima or sign and drive Sentra.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Mattress Firm's most popular offers are back. Why? Because people like you asked for it. So we brought them back for everyone. So this Friday through Monday, take home a free adjustable base with your qualifying mattress. Up to a $699 value, free. Or for a limited time, we've dropped the price of a king to a queen and a queen to a twin. Plus, every brand is on sale with savings of up to $600. Hurry in today for incredible deals. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Add some color to your Black Friday and get a great deal on a Jeep SUV, the best-selling SUV brand. Because the holidays are where you take them. And with a Jeep SUV, you can take them anywhere. Great deals going on all month at the Jeep Black Friday sales event. Or well-qualified lessees of select competitive full-size SUVs get this low-mileage lease on the 2018 Grand Cherokee for $239 a month.
Saturday, UConn women's basketball is back on SNY. Katie Lou Samuelson and the Huskies look to dominate as they tip off against Vanderbilt on the hardwood. Coverage begins with the UConn Women's Preview Show, Saturday at 5:30 only on SNY.
To the women and men who protect our country, I thank you. My father was a Vietnam vet for the Navy in Vietnam. So all you guys who protect us to make sure our lives are great, thank you.
To all the men and women that serve our great country, thank you for always making the ultimate sacrifice.
Thank you to my father who served in Vietnam, my uncles who served as well, to all those who sacrificed their lives and their freedoms and, for us so that we can live the way that we live here in the United States. Selfless acts of bravery, while guys we're running away from tragedy, you guys are running too. Thanks for all that you do for us.
Rangers taking on the Canucks at the Garden. Jets quarterback Sam Darnold checking in to watch the Blue Shirts on the bye week. Rangers vying for their 6th win in 7 contests. They'd have to come from behind, though, as the Canucks get on the board here in the second. Nikolai Goldman beats Henrik Lundqvist 1-0 Canucks. Later in the period, Rangers cash in on the power play. Flip Hedl bangs the rebound home for his first goal of the season. Rangers tied at 1 to the 3rd. Rangers win the faceoff, and it's Brett Howden who fires it past Jacob Markstrom. That makes it 2-1 with just under 9 minutes remaining. Game's final moments here. And Lundqvist stands tall. He makes 3 of his 25 saves here to help preserve the victory. That's win number 437 for Hank Tyne. Jacques Plante for number 7 on the Rangers' all-time wins list. Blue Shirts win 2-1. Now, Monday night in Toronto, the Hockey Hall of Fame inducted a memorable class that included former Devils goaltender Martin Brodeur, who won 3 Stanley Cups for the Devils. Brodeur is the all-time NHL leader in games, wins, and shutouts. Former Ranger Martin St. Louis was also inducted. He played in New York from 2013 to 2015. All right, Nets in Minnesota to play the Jimmy Butler-less T-Wolves, their first game since trading him to the Sixers. And a warning for those with weak stomachs, this is tough to watch. Nets guard Karis LeVert back to defend the play, and as he lands, his ankle turns the wrong way. A gruesome injury that left LeVert in obvious pain, something you never want to see a player experience. LeVert was carted off the court and taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. His teammates try to keep it together as they huddle up. D'Angelo Russell might have been concerned, but you wouldn't know it. Draining the 3 to tie it up. Russell had 9 threes in the game and a career-high 31 points, but Karl Anthony Towns was too much. Getting the triple to rattle in, Nets lose game 120 to 113, but the loss of LeVert much bigger than that. So the Jets got blown out at home to the lowly Bills, but on the bright side, if there was such a thing, it would have been the play of Avery Williamson. He racked up 11 tackles and 1 forced fumble on Sunday. Our Janae Coakley caught up with the Jets linebacker for a little game we like to call Jetting to Know You.
Time now for another edition of Jetting to Know You, locker room style, and I'm here with Avery Williamson. Avery, are you ready?
I'm ready.
6 random questions. Number 1.
Prepared.
All right, number 1. If you could have any superpower, what superpower are you having?
Teleportation. And
where are you going first?
I will go to Thailand. Yeah, Thailand.
All right, number 2. If you could change places with anyone for 24 hours, who are you changing places with?
The Dan Balzerian.
And should we Google him?
Yes.
He owns yachts, that's all I know.
Google him.
Number 3, your first job.
First job, I was in high school and I was working for my superintendent and I was helping her on the farm.
That's cool.
Yep.
Number 4, since the holidays are coming up, your favorite Thanksgiving pie?
Favorite Thanksgiving pie would be chess pie. Chess pie.
What's chess pie?
It's I really can't explain it, but it's like a southern dish, but it's just like kind of a creamy pie. Like it's hard to explain. Yeah, it's good.
It's just good. All right,
it's
that's
good.
fair. That is fair. All right, number 5, favorite movie scene?
Favorite movie scene from Friday. Great movie, best movie ever. And when Chris Tucker says, "Hey, it's Friday. You ain't got no job."
And we'll just let the fans, listen to it.
To do. That's it.
And our final question: if you had to do the floss or the nay-nay, what dance move is yours?
Got to go with the floss.
Well,
the
come
floss.
on. I got to see the floss. Nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, up next, Jacob deGrom hopes to explore a long-term extension with the Mets, but what will his former agent and new Mets GM be willing to pay out? Some deGrom talk right here when Sports Night returns.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
When I was shopping for car insurance, the choice was easy. I switched to Geico and saved hundreds. Excuse me.
Winner.
That's a win, but it's not the only reason I switched. Hi. Geico has licensed agents who I can reach 24/7. Great savings and round-the-clock service. Now that's a win-win.
Winner.
Yay, me. Oh, hi. Good luck.
Switch to Geico. It's a win-win.
Were you hurt at work? Get the workers' compensation payments you deserve. Did you suffer hearing loss at work, or do you have a third-party injury claim? And what about Social Security disability? Get the experienced legal representation you deserve. There's so much at stake. Call 1-800-222-WISH today. For over 80 years, Pasternak, Tilker, Ziegler, Walsh, Stanton, and Romano have defended the rights of hardworking New Yorkers. Call 1-800-222-WISH.
Whatever your big job is, come into the Ram Black Friday sales event and get a great deal on the truck with the best resale value in the industry. And find out for yourself why more people are switching to Ram trucks than ever before. Because of all the things you've built this year, some are sweeter than others. Great deals going on all month at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Or well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on select 2019 Ram 1500 Classic models for $189 a month.
I gained 53 pounds.
Did she say gain weight?
I gained 53 pounds with CB1 Weight Gainer.
That's right. Introducing CB1 Weight Gainer, the weight gain pill.
I've been skinny most of my life. CB1 Weight Gainer totally changed my life.
CB1 Weight Gainer is a safe, effective, and patented weight gain pill.
I searched and searched online and I finally found CB1 Weight Gainer. It took me only 3 months to gain 30 pounds.
I went from 150 to 175 in just 3 months.
All in all, I gained 53 pounds and I'm super pumped. I look and feel better than ever.
Gain the weight you want or your money back guaranteed. Order today and we'll include the exclusive Weight Gain Guidebook, a $19.99 value free. Call now and we'll also upgrade your order to rush processing, a $6.99 value absolutely free. That's right. Save over $25 when you call or visit cb1weightgainer.com now.
Some people try to scare you with the idea that wins matter.
Win the game. I don't care what the ERA is.
But what do wins matter when Jacob deGrom's ERA is this much lower than Max Scherzer's?
He's probably the best pitcher in baseball, and the best pitcher in baseball deserves to win the Cy Young.
But what do wins matter when Jacob deGrom's ERA is this much lower than Aaron Nola's?
Look at all his stats and the numbers, everything that he can control. He definitely deserves a Cy Young.
In a world where wins matter, this system is rigged for the 1%ers with good luck and run support. This system is rigged for those who are born into pitching stress-free innings with a lead. The system is rigged and threatens our future. Remember, our children are watching.
Certainly another frustrating day for DeGrom.
No matter what he does, he winds up with either a loss or a no decision.
Give them back their future.
I'm Jacob DeGrom, and wait, what is this for?
Paid for by friends of Jacob deGrom for National League Cy Young.
You guys are ridiculous.
This Wednesday is DeGromination Day on SNY. The National League Cy Young will be awarded, and Jacob deGrom is a huge favorite. Baseball Night in New York has complete coverage starting at 6, and deGrom is expected to join the show if he takes home the award. Now, the 30-year-old really wants to stay in New York for the long term. deGrom said he hopes to explore a long-term extension with the Mets after G and Brody Van Wagenen suggested they could trade deGrom. The Mets' #1 ace said he really likes playing in New York, but acknowledged that, quote, nothing is guaranteed in this game until you sign that deal or hit free agency. That's going to do it for us here on SNY. Thank you so much for watching Geico Sports Night. Make sure to stick around for a fresh edition of the show with more on Todd Bowles' future, Giants highlights, and the latest on deGrom's long-term future with the Mets. Have a lovely evening.
Saturday, UConn women's basketball is back on SNY. Katie Lou Samuelson and the Huskies look to dominate as they tip off against Vanderbilt on the hardwood. Coverage begins with the UConn Women's Preview Show, Saturday at 5:30 only on SNY. Sports Night, the only place where all New York sports live every night starting at 11 on SNY. SNY.TV. All things New York sports. All on one site with easy access to up-to-the-minute news on all of your favorite New York area teams. Only on SNY.TV. Your online